just on my way to work, 7:30 in the morning, and just thinking about my prep and my training today and that kind of thing. So I'm 20 weeks out, roughly 20 weeks out from the Fidel Clark Classic, which is March 21st, 2020. And so we're in late October right now. And I'm sitting around 134 pounds, and I'm just thinking about what my stage weight will be. The last few times I've competed around, well, it depends. My dry weight, and you never know because I never have a scale when I'm there, but my dry weight, usually the last week could be anywhere from like 100, the lowest I've ever been lately has been 112, 113, 114. I probably compete around 115, 116 on stage. So that's plus or minus 20 odd, let's say 18 pounds. I think I've it's been a year and a half and I've been training pretty hard. So I know I've been training for 30 years, but I still think I've put on a little bit of muscle, like maybe a couple of pounds. I've added some size in my back, and my shoulders have improved, my quads and glutes and hamstrings. So I'm going to guesstimate again that a full weight, like 116, 118 even, is my weight, and then then I would dry out a bit, tighten up and bring it down. So all right, so around 15, 16 pounds. Yeah, so 20 weeks is a good time frame then, but I need to start making progress right away. I did start some cardio this week, not a lot. And when I say I started cardio, I've already been doing a lot of activity. So I have been all through the summer, all my life, basically lifestyle cardio, walk my dog every day for 45 minutes to an hour. We golf every weekend, and that's a 10K hike with a bag, and we do 36 holes, so it's Saturday and Sunday. So I have a lot of, I have a sedentary job though, so I'm sitting here in the car. It takes me roughly 25 minutes to get to work, or 30 minutes, so commute both ways. I'm sitting at a desk, aside from walking to meetings and whatnot, so my day is really sedentary. So the walks I do with my dog and the golf on the weekend is my main activity, my main cardio, and that you have to have at least 60 minutes of some kind of physical activity a day, not counting weight training, just for heart health and basic maintenance and burning some calories. So when I say I'm doing cardio, the days are getting shorter now. It's too dark in the morning for me to walk my dog. We live in a place where there's no lights, so I can't safely walk him. I'd have to drive into town. It's just a big bit of a hassle. I have a spin bike at home. I don't find that I can get a great burn on it, but I just going to the gym and doing some treadmill work is what I really need to do. So I did that yesterday. It was 40 minutes on the treadmill doing incline walking with a little bit of running. You burn about 250 calories. It's not that much. People are, think about how much cardio do you have to do. It depends really, but so I'm not doing a heck of a lot of cardio. I'm doing like 30 to 40 minutes in the morning. This morning I got on my spin bike and I did 30 minutes, maybe 36. And tonight I will do my weight training, and my training sessions are with stretching and cooling down and warming up. And I do get on the bike every time I train. I get on the bike for 5 to 10 minutes and just do a warm up. You get mentally ready for my training. So my weight training sessions though run like an hour to an hour and a half sometimes. So to add cardio to that's a bit of a challenge, depending on what time I get there. Usually I get there around 4:30, but sometimes it's later, 5:30, depending on meetings. Anyway, so that's basically the structure of my day. Diet-wise, nutrition-wise, I am just setting up a baseline diet right now. I always eat 5 meals a day, and I have carbs in my first meal and my pre-workout and my post-workout meal. So roughly, when I say carbs, starchy carbs, so about 90 grams of carbs from starch, and then vegetables and some dairy carbs are thrown in there. So about 120 grams of carbs, 150 grams of protein, and probably only 30 grams of fat or so. It's only about 1,400 calories. But on the weekends, I will have a higher calorie day, at least one day. And before people start saying, well, that's way too low to start a prep on, that's the reality. Sorry, folks, but that's the way it is. I'm 5'3", I weigh 130 some pounds. My BMR is only about 1,300. So that's the thing. Now, the more, so I don't adjust too much. My calories aren't going to go way low right away. It's going to stay there. What I will be adjusting is the cardio. So I'll be doing, trying to get more like a 400 calorie burn from cardio every day, and probably work that up to 600. So whatever that works out to be. And then try to maintain activity between cardio, so that I don't just sort of like do cardio and then do nothing else. And then, so I want to maintain high activity levels on the weekend, and go for walks and that kind of thing, and spend less time on a machine. So that's the goal with that. The less time I can spend on a stationary bike or a treadmill or a step mill or elliptical, the better. Like, I much prefer just to be outside. But unfortunately, I have to work, and so the best hours of the day are spent at my desk. I've been thinking about getting a standing desk, though, or maybe one of those treadmill desks. I'm not sure if they would go for that, but a standing desk would be cool. And taking a couple of hikes around. I work in a hospital, so it's big. So it's like a city. I could do some blocks there, but I consciously have to. You could sit there and work on a proposal, and you're like 3 hours later, you haven't moved. So I have to think about getting up and moving. Anyway, guys, I'm just getting closer to the city, and so that's just where I'm at. Tonight I am training. What am I training? Back. I'm doing back, calves, hamstrings, and I did chest, tris, light delts yesterday. I actually trained Sunday, which I hadn't been because of golf, but I trained legs, and I am dying. I can barely move. I did a shit ton of squats and deadlifts, and I'm really stiff, but it feels good. So that's it for now, folks. You guys have a great day, and I will update soon.